You let me in, yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on, dudes? It is David here, and we are back with another video. Now, in this video, guys, we're going to be previewing the next Formula 1 race, which is probably going to be taking place around sometime in July, considering a lot of Grand Prix have been canceled. Canadian, Monaco, Chinese, all these Grand Prix have been canceled due to what's going on in the world. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about the stats from last year's Austrian Grand Prix, not Austrian Grand Prix, and the past 5 winners before going to my own predictions on who I think is going to win this year's Austrian Grand Prix, if there is one. I really hope there is, because Formula 1, whew, man, their schedule doesn't look that good. They probably going to have at least, probably 12 to 15 races in this Formula 1 season when they were supposed to have 21. But anyway, let's go over last year's stats and the finishing results for last year's Austrian Grand Prix. The winner, of course, as you guys know, because I uploaded a video about this, was Max Verstappen. Charles Leclerc finishing in P2, Bottas finishing in P3. Now, if I remember right, this was one of the craziest races in Formula 1 last year, because you had the Mercedes having issues with each other, you had some issues with some other teams, and Max Verstappen was able to, he spun. I'm pretty sure, no, this wasn't the one where he spun, but Max Verstappen just drove a fantastic race and ended up winning this race. That was the top 3. The rest of the finishers were, oh, wait, sorry. Did I say Hamilton in third, or did I say Bottas in third? Because Hamilton did not finish third. My mistake, guys. Bottas finished third, Vettel finishing fourth, Hamilton fifth, Lando Norris finishing in sixth, Pierre Gasly, who was still in the Red Bull at the time, finishing in P7, Carlos Sainz P8, Kimi Räikkönen in P9, and Antonio Giovinazzi in P10. And that is all the points finishers. The rest of the finishers for the Austrian Grand Prix was Sergio Perez, Daniel Ricciardo, Nico Hülkenberg, Lance Stroll, Alexander Albon, who was in the Toro Rosso, Roman Grosjean, Daniel Kvyat, George Russell, Magnussen, and of course, you already know, last place was definitely Robert Kubica in that Williams. Now, when it comes to the past 5 winners of this Austrian Grand Prix, the past 5 winners were Max Verstappen last year. The year before it was actually Max Verstappen, which was 2018. Then it was Bottas in 2017, Hamilton in 2016, and Rosberg in 2015 and 2014. Now, this year's Austrian Grand Prix is going to be kind of weird, because not many people have seen, the cars out on track, so nobody really knows how the cars are going to perform. So it's really, really tough to predict, but the way I'm basing this going off of preseason testing and how that went. So based on the preseason testing performance, I think Red Bull are going to be up there. Of course, Max Verstappen is going to be going for a 3-peat. He's going to be going for 3 Austrian Grand Prix in a row, which hasn't been done in a while. I know the last person to go 2 in a row was Nico Rosberg in 2014 and 2015, and Max Verstappen's gone back-to-back in 2018 and 2019. So Max Verstappen's going to be looking to win that 3rd in a row for Red Bull in their home, the Red Bull ring. So if Max Verstappen can pull that off, that's going to be absolutely amazing for him. And considering that Red Bull was actually on the pace in the preseason testing, up there with Mercedes, I feel like Max Verstappen then just gives a very good job. But of course, he can't out the 2 Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas. Now, when it comes to those 2, I think Lewis Hamilton's going to get the better of Valtteri Bottas, because I don't think Valtteri Bottas is kind of up to it right now. Valtteri Bottas is kind of inconsistent in my honest opinion, and I don't really know how he's going to do in this current race. Alexander Albon, I don't think he's going to have a very good shot, and I actually don't think the Ferraris are going to have a good shot. So when it comes to my predictions for the 2020 Austrian Grand Prix that will be taking place on Sunday, July 5th. So yeah, that's basically almost 2 months time. It's this past Saturday? No, this past Monday. What am I on about? Is it Monday? This past Monday or Tuesday? I forgot when the May 5th was. But it was this past week. And so now it's basically almost less than 2 months away from the Austrian Grand Prix. What will probably be the first Formula 1 race. At least that's what the Formula 1 is trying to do, because they don't really know how everything's going to play out. But they said their schedule right now is to start on July 5th, the weekend at the Austrian Grand Prix. And my top 6 predictions for the F1 2020 Grand Prix goes as follows. 3-peat is achieved. Max Verstappen, in my honest opinion, will win the 2020 Austrian Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton's going to be right up there, giving me a very good fight. It's going to be another great battle to see between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. One is the future of Formula One. One is the current champion of Formula One. So it's gonna be very good for this. I mean, you can say bro, people have been saying Max Verstappen's the future for Formula One for the past 3 years now, and they're still gonna say it because he's still young. And Lewis Hamilton is the 6-time world champion. He's gonna be going for his 7th. I'm not really sure. They should count as 7 considering the season's been kind of halved. But in this case, Max Verstappen's going to get the better out of Lewis Hamilton, and he's going to win the 2020 Austrian Grand Prix. P3, however, will be a Ferrari. I don't think it's going to be any Mercedes or Red Bull because I think this Ferrari driver is going to be the best out of them. I think he's the better driver than both of them. I think really he's the better driver in the Ferrari Academy and Ferrari program. And that is P3 going to Charles Leclerc. P4, however, I do have a Red Bull, just missing out on the double podium for Red Bull. I have Alexander Albon finishing in P4, Valtteri Bottas finishing in P5, P6 would be Sebastian Vettel. Now, if I had to do the rest of the top 10, which is P7, P8, P9, and P10, P7 I'd probably say is going to be Carlos Sainz. That McLaren seems to be better this year, but also the Racing Point seems to be up there. I mean, Racing Point is basically Mercedes 2.0 now because they basically just did the same car as Mercedes from last year, so they're basically Mercedes 2.0. But in this case, I'll probably give P7 to Carlos Sainz, P8 to Daniel Ricciardo because Renault's going to be up there too, P9 to Sergio Perez, and P10 to Lando Norris. So when it comes to last year's top 10, or the rest of the finishers were Norris in 6th, Gasly in 7th, Sainz in 8th, Raikkonen in 9th, Giovinazzi in 10th. Obviously, this is because, Gasly was in the Red Bull at the time, so Norris actually beat a Red Bull last season, so that's really impressive to see. But in this season, I think the Red Bull is going to be up there in the top 4, and so which means I have Norris and Sainz, that's staying the same in the top 10. And the only other changes are Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, to be frankly clear. That's the only change because the finishers last year, as I said, were Max, Leclerc, Bottas, Vettel, Hamilton, Norris, Gasly, Sainz, Raikkonen. Well, Gasly too. So 3 guys I would take out the top 10 from last year's finish, obviously, because Sainz is no longer in the Red Bull. And yeah. So anyway, guys, I want to thank y'all for watching this video. But before I go, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as I've noticed that the past couple of videos that many of you who watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to see more sports content like this, because I won't be putting out specifically Formula 1. I'll be putting out a variety of sports content that goes from NFL, NASCAR, MotoGP, Monster Energy Supercross, golf, and yeah, mostly, and Atlanta Falcons podcast too. So, anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Please do smash the like button. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all later. Peace.